So a big piece of that was knowing what I wanted. Instead of chasing the dream that everyone else said I should be chasing, I finally turned around and was like, what do I want in my business? I don't need 30K months if I'm living like this. I don't need 10K months if I'm living like that. But if I have 10K months, 15K months, and I'm working 25, 30-hour weeks because I'm doing a deeper level of service for my clients, more comprehensive, higher level of packages, change my pricing, I'm much more confident now. That changed my whole outlook of my business. And that's really what you need to look at too, is what do you want to be creating? Where are you in your business? What inspires you? Where are you in your zone of genius? And what are the pieces that no longer excite you? Is it something you can delegate? Or is it something that maybe you should be deleting and getting rid of? But it takes a self-awareness and also a clarity on where you want to go.
Welcome to another episode of Wisecast, the show that elevates voices, shines the light, showcases the gifts of our heart-centered guests, and amplifies the positive differences they are making in the world. Listeners, I have a special treat for you today because our guest is a two-time successful business founder, coach and mentor, brand consultant, and marketing strategist. She helps female business owners who are already experiencing 10K months transform their businesses into 20K plus months with greater fun and freedom. She started her first business in college, a graphic design and marketing business, and built it up to consistent 30K months. She may have built a thriving business on her own in the Bay Area tech world, but did so the slow and hard way. Through her challenges, she mastered the technique to streamline her business. From her experience, she crafted a repeatable system and now coaches and mentors other business women to achieve that same success in a shorter timeline and with greater ease. Her mission is to support entrepreneurs in defining their own version of luxury and fun in both life and business. My name is Melanie McSally, your host for today's episode. And without further ado, I would like to give a warm welcome to the talented, the inspirational, and the fun, Alyssa. Alyssa, welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
The pleasure is mine, Alyssa. I'm excited for our listeners to hear about your journey as a business owner. It sounds like you've had some challenges to achieve the success you did. Can you tell us about your journey and how you were able to achieve 30K months consecutively, which, by the way, sounds amazing.
So yes, hitting 30K months did not happen overnight at all. As with anything, there's no overnight success. It was all the work that goes in the background. So I started my business fresh out of college. And by my second year of business, I hit 10K months. And this is because I'd set a goal. I'm a high achiever and I want to make things happen. And so that's pretty much everyone's common goal. I think first off is, let's get to 10K months of my business. So I did it by hustle. I did long hours. I was working 80-hour weeks when I hit this to achieve it. I had great clients. I had built up a business. I'd gone from working part-time the first year to 80-hour weeks the second year. So that is successful on some level, but I didn't feel successful. I just felt overwhelmed and I had no idea how I was going to sustain my business, how I was going to grow further. And the process of becoming a business owner really is a journey of evolving and up-leveling yourself, especially if you come from a corporate or business world, or like me, if I came straight out of college. I just had to learn confidence. I had to learn how to run a business. I had to learn how to market, but really I had to learn boundaries too and get the confidence in myself. So I started out, I was lower priced. So that was one of the reasons I was working so many hours to hit that income. but I also didn't have boundaries. And I was letting clients call me on the weekend, give me assignments on the weekend. And I'd be like, oh yeah, let me get on that. I know it's urgent. I'll come and do it for you. And so that's why I say I made a lot of mistakes and challenges along the way. I then joined with a business partner. He was a great guy, but I joined for the wrong reasons. I joined because I was just so stressed out, so burnt out. I had no idea what to do with my business. And if I'd had probably the right business coach, if I'd had someone who's like, okay, let's go in, let's look at your business systems, let's look at your strategy, let's look at your pricing, let's work on your confidence in yourself, let's work on some of your mindset, let's get some of these things. You don't have to work really hard for money. You can make money easier. And let's change some of the belief work around that. I probably wouldn't have done that. But I joined with a business partner, learned a lot from that experience, and eventually went back out on my own because we weren't moving forward in the directions that we both wanted to be. And so that's when I moved into building more of my agency style business. So when I first started out, I was a freelancer. I did subcontract some work to a friend. She later became an employee of my business. And so when I went to an agency, I had up to 2 to 3 employees working for me while running my business. And I eventually built up to 30K months, which again is amazing, nearly $250,000 in 1 year. And again, I wasn't happy. I'd hit my goals. I'd hit success. But now I was like, this isn't what I want to be doing. I'm just managing people. I'm building systems and processes. I'm answering emails all day long. And I felt so disconnected from the work. And I know, like, the reason I did this is sort of Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. When you build a business, you can either trade time as a freelancer or you can trade other people's time. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted more of that passive income. But I had to realize as well that what did I want in my business? What did I want my lifestyle to look like? And that's when I came to realize that there was actually something else I needed to be doing to make sure that my business grew to what I wanted it to be.
I can totally relate. When I first started my business, I started out coaching. But honestly, most people do not want to learn about technology. They just want you to do it for them. So I quickly pivoted to done for you services, which was great. However, paying commissions on done for you services is not the best strategy. I was also spread so thin, managing my team, delivering done for you services, and doing all of the sales and marketing myself for the business. It wasn't sustainable, and yet I wasn't making enough money to hire more people. Because of this, I wasn't being selective about which clients I took on, and I found myself with some clients I did not enjoy working with. Eventually, my team and I went back to the drawing board, basically hitting the reset button. We redesigned everything from the ground up so that we could deliver high-quality services, scale, all while still maintaining the values that we had grown to appreciate as a business, such as being able to work from anywhere on the schedule we desired working. Okay, so you hit your goals, but you weren't happy. What happened next? How did you pivot?
Yes, exactly. So I'd hit my goals. I had all of the work that I wanted, the type of work that I wanted. And then I realized that I no longer enjoyed it or that I'd been building someone else's dream. And this is actually a huge philosophy because of my own experience, huge philosophy of what I work with my clients on. What are your lifestyle goals? Not just what is the money you want to make, but what is your lifestyle goal? What do you want your business to look like? How can that support your lifestyle? And then we work backwards into that. So I had to realize I did not enjoy the disconnection from my client. I built a firm that was large enough that, yes, I didn't want to be doing the day-to-day work, but I wanted the day-to-day interactions with my clients and connection to their projects. And I just had so many projects going on that I wasn't connected to anyone. And what actually happened was a couple of things. So I moved out of the Bay Area up to Oregon, up to Eugene, Oregon. And just being in a different environment, being out of that rat race, out of that got to work all the time mentality, helped me slow down. 2, because I was moving, I shut down my agency, I let go of my employees, and I just went back to being on my own. Because I was back on my own, I had to reduce my client load, client services. And I looked at things and I was like, does this bring me joy? Do these services bring me joy still? This was this business was a graphic design and marketing business. And I had to look at it and go, SEO is great recurring income. It's great revenue, but I just don't enjoy it anymore. I'm actually at the point where I almost dread it each month, having to do this work. And so I'm not going to give my clients my best work if I dread it. And I don't want to spend my days dreading the works and projects that I have. So I had to release those clients and those projects that I had going on as well. But it was the best thing ever, because then I got to focus on the pieces that brought me more fulfillment. I was living my purpose. I was more passionate about, and then I could dive deeper into the services that I offered in that area. Loved marketing strategy. So that's where I started to expand my services on, building around that, helping guide people, helping develop strategies for them, but not having to do the sort of just ongoing back end work that some of the pieces were required, such as SEO. So a big piece of that was knowing what I wanted. Instead of chasing the dream that everyone else said I should be chasing, I finally turned around and was like, what do I want in my business? I don't need 30K months if I'm living like this. I don't need 10K months if I'm living like that. But if I have 10K months, 15K months, and I'm working 25, 30-hour weeks because I'm doing a deeper level of service for my clients, more comprehensive, higher level of packages, changed my pricing. I'm much more confident now. That changed my whole outlook on my business. And that's really what you need to look at too, is what do you want to be creating? Where are you in your business? What inspires you? Where are you in your zone of genius? And what are the pieces that no longer excite you? Is it something you can delegate? Or is it something that maybe you should be deleting and getting rid of? But it takes a self-awareness and also a clarity on where you want to go.
I love this idea of reverse engineering, from what kind of lifestyle do you want to how to construct your business to build that lifestyle for you. You know, there are people out there that are so clear on their passion, purpose, and zone of genius. They know exactly what they want and what they're meant to do, and they just go for it. And I celebrate them. I, on the other hand, have lots of things that I'm really good at, but not necessarily passionate about. For instance, at Wise Tribe, we offer done-for-you technology services. I too reached a point where I was wondering if I was on the right path because I wasn't feeling passionate about technology anymore. I even expressed to my friends that I was much more passionate about the lifestyle I was creating for myself and my team. But in that conversation, I realized that technology was just a method to achieve my goals. What I was truly passionate about was building a better tomorrow and living a life of freedom. Now, we offer so many diverse services, but they all fall under the umbrella of helping heart-centered business owners that have a mission to build a better tomorrow. So I love this concept that you're giving our listeners. I love that you're giving them another perspective. Sometimes it isn't about doing it the quote unquote right way. Sometimes it's about doing it the way that will bring more of what you desire into your life. So what can our listeners do if they want to make that same type of shift in their business?
I love this because this is exactly what I help my clients do. I help work with those business owners who have hit a level of success in their business and they've lost their passion. They've gotten so caught up in those day-to-day tasks, or they've outgrown their old goals and they need to be developing new goals. And that's where creating those multiple 6 figures. Some people grow to 7 figures. It's not about the money. It's about the lifestyle that you're living. And so there's a couple of steps to that. I moved, so I changed my environment so I wasn't in the rat race. I also started doing a lot of mindset work. I realized that myself as the business owner was the only thing holding me back from achieving more success. And so I did a lot of mindset work. I was like, I'm from a family of immigrants, 2 generations of immigrants. So one of our inbuilt beliefs is you can be really successful when you work really hard. I was the epitome of living that. So I had to discover beliefs like that. Oh, I have to work really hard to make money. I was like, no, I don't. I don't want to have that subconscious belief anymore. And so I spent about 2 years doing some in-depth work on myself, which with processes that I now work with clients on. So I got theta healing training. And as a practitioner, I can help my clients with this. But at the time, I did the training just to do the work on myself. And I would spend every morning. The thing about personal development, mindset work, it's simple, but you have to have the time devoted to it and you have to want to dive into it. And so sometimes you do need that extra support. Sometimes that's why my clients, like I give them the tools to do mindset work. But then when we work on the calls, they have someone digging deeper into the base of what is the root cause of their challenges. It's harder to do the mindset work on yourself sometimes. You do need that guide or that support to take you through the process. So I did the mindset work, and then I became more connected to my intuition. I actually did an intuitive success coaching program. And so what this does is it helps you in daily life just being more connected to your business, your marketing strategy, your energy. But it helped me get clear on what my purpose was. What did I really enjoy in my business? How did I want to serve clients? Oh, I'm meeting with a client. This doesn't feel like a good fit. I'm going to let them go. So what do you need to do if you want to make that shift to multiple 6 figures in your business? You need to look at it as there's multiple areas of your business. And this is actually the base of my coaching program is mindset and intuition. It's the foundation of everything you do. You have to have a mindset that supports your goals and challenges, that is not sabotaging you. Some people are like, it's not safe to have money. So you can make tons of money each month, yet somehow at the end of the month, it's all been spent. Or you struggle to make money is the other opposite of that. But finding those beliefs, I actually work with clients a lot of times on personal stuff. Even though we're growing their business, some personal challenges come up that have to be cleared before their business can grow. Next is business systems and marketing strategies. So what are your services? How is your business set up? What's your pricing look like? What's your pricing model? How are you running and operating? What's your sales calls look like? What's your marketing message? Do you really understand your client? Are you speaking to their heart and soul? Or are you just giving them surface level content? Surface level content gets you surface level clients. Doesn't move people. And then the third piece is, how are you showing up as a business owner in your daily life and business? Do you have goals that you're setting, but you keep putting them off because this email comes up or this phone call distracts you? Or are you making specific time for these CEO tasks in your day that will help move your business forward? Every business is different, but it's looking at those 3 pieces. What can you do to support your goals? What are your goals in your business? And how can you support them? And sometimes you need that clarity. Sometimes you need that outside insight to come in and be like, you know what? I don't know. I've had clients have come to me multiple times over that. They're like, I don't really know what my goals are now. I've hit them and I'm trying to figure out what that is. And that's where we work with them and get clarity. Clients working with me start to see results within the first and second month, and then continue through the program, of course. But those instant results help change the trajectory of their business and their lives.
Amazing. I love all of that. I am a big champion of personal growth. I believe in continuing to learn and grow and develop into the best version of yourself for that moment so that you can show up as the best version of yourself for yourself and for others. I find it fascinating that you tie personal growth, intuition development, and business success all into one. Since you're looking at it from the business owner and their business holistically, it's no surprise, to me at least, that clients can start to see changes so quickly. What are some of the results clients have as they make these shifts in their mindset, business, and habits?
I know that's what I love about this process is that it really is so powerful. And everything I teach and share comes from my own personal experience in addition to what I teach my clients. So that's why I most consider myself not just a business coach, but a mentor, because I've had 14 years of business experience running a business myself as a business owner, in addition to 4 years being a coach to other business owners. So some of the awesome shifts that I've seen. So I said one client, he was lacking direction in his business. He's like, I'm just cruising along. Like life is good. And I think I want more, but I don't know what it is. And so we had to connect him back to his passion and his purpose. What was his reason for his business? And it tied into he wanted to do more with his family, be able to take more trips, more vacations. Suddenly, this had a more meaningful purpose to him. Okay, now if I want to do that, okay, I want to make an extra 5 or 10,000 a year so that we can go on vacations together. That has more meaning than just being like, I want to make an extra 5 or 10,000 this year just to feel more successful. Now it's like, okay, this could be a trip to Disneyland. This could be a trip here. This could be a vacation that we have new experiences in another culture. So really getting clear on that purpose and that passion and why in his business so that he could move on to the next level. And maybe if he's okay with that, where he was at, we would have discovered that too. And we would have given him some maybe personal goals, because a lot of the business owners I work with are high achievers and they want to be working towards something, but it doesn't have to always be in your business. What is going to fulfill you most in your life? That's what it really comes down to, is how are you living your best life? What is the lifestyle you want? How can your business support you? Another client. So I love this is that clients, they pick up on it so quickly. I've had within 3 months of coaching together, one of my clients actually went from almost completely losing a business deal. She thought it was completely done, to buying this book of business. And then within 3 months of that, 2 months maybe, she retired her husband from his job so he could be a stay-at-home dad. This was her 5-year goal. She didn't even think it was anywhere near possible. But just with the shifts we made, both with her as a business owner and in her business and how she was showing up, she was able to create that. Another awesome client story is, again, it was about 2 or 3 months of coaching together. We hit June and she realized she'd already hit her year-end goal in business halfway through the year. But something we did is we didn't just go, oh, let's double your income goal. Instead, we looked at okay, so you've hit this goal. Amazing win, celebrate it. Let's celebrate what you've achieved. What do you want to create from here? What is that lifestyle? Do you really want to double your income? Or is it now about maintenance? Is it about changing the way you show up in work? Maybe we have to make your business more efficient so you get less time, maybe in the office, more time off. And exploring those. What did she really want? What was the next level to her? It didn't have to be more income. Maybe it was those opportunities. Maybe she could take Fridays off. Or maybe she finished in the afternoon, so she'd go home earlier to her kids. So looking at that, all of those pieces I explore. Another client, again, within the first month, I shared some tactics and strategies with her that were already helping her so that she was no longer working till 10 p.m. every night and weekends, turning off by 5 p.m. and spending her weekends with her grandkids and making time for them, no longer having to always be in her business. So it's amazing when you make these shifts strategically, that the impact and the results that they can create.
That all sounds wonderful. I think one of the positive shifts society made during the 2020 COVID pandemic was reducing the emphasis on business and putting more on balance, self-care, and connecting back to what matters most to you. So I love that you're showcasing examples that emphasize that you can have financial success while prioritizing personal goals, needs, and desires. What is something that a business owner can do to expand their business from their current level to creative new success while reaching multiple six figures?
Great question, because I'm all about what can we do to take action now? How can someone start moving forward on their goals today? And so there's a couple things. I've talked about mindset, but really there's two first initial steps. One is clarity. What are you happy doing? What do you want your business to look like? You can't grow into the next level of business until you have clarity on what you're moving towards. Is it a simpler business? Are you growing to I call it agency or solo from my background as a graphic designer, but are you expanding to have a team? Are you hiring more employees? Are you delegating? Or are you simplifying? Maybe you're going to stay small. Maybe you're going to stay solo. Maybe you're going to have one or two contractors supporting you. What does that next level look like? What do you enjoy in your current business? What do you want to keep? What do you want to move deeper into? And I find that for a lot of business owners, they've hit this level and now they want to get into deeper, more powerful results for their clients. That means deeper projects, higher ticket projects and programs and services, more comprehensive. So creating something more that elevates to your next level of purpose and passion. And the other thing is knowing who you're talking to. You can't keep speaking to your current level of clients when you want to get to the next level of clients. You have to change your messaging. It feels safe because you understand your current clients so well because you've got testimonials, you've got case studies. But to get to that next level of client, you have to dive into who that next level client is looking for, what they're looking for. You have to dive into what that next level client is looking for, who they want to be working with, but really, what are their desires? What are their pains? And how can you position your business so that you are the best solution to help them address those pains? I'm all about be the best that you can be at serving your clients. It's not about convincing them to work with you. It's about being the best, answering their needs, answering what they're looking for, so that it's a no-brainer for them to work with you. And you speak to that. You speak to that level of elevated client, but you have to be comfortable and feel safe stepping away from your current level. And that requires support or being surrounded by people who are moving to that next level. You can't grow to the next level without also changing your environment, whether mentally or physically, and changing who you're around and who you're associating with, who you're learning from, who you're elevating with as well. If you don't have anyone physically close to you, you can learn from those who are elevated. You can get connected with others. Sometimes that is a coach. Sometimes that is being around other business owners at that next level. But finding a way to step into that so that you can be your better self, you can serve your better level of clients, go deeper, and be more powerful.
Such great advice. We've probably all heard Jim Rohn's quote, "You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." This quote is often used when people are talking about achieving goals that they might not know how to achieve. Surround yourself with the people who have been where you want to go, who have achieved what you want to achieve, and model what they did. I love this new spin, though. Target the new level of client you want in your business. We do this at the start of business when we're first setting out to acquire our first round of clients. So I don't know why we don't think about redefining who we're targeting as we and our businesses grow. So should the type or level of client we're serving. Well, Alyssa, this has truly been enlightening and inspiring. Do you have any final thoughts that you would like to leave our listeners?
So I just want to say this. You can do this. You can absolutely grow your business to live your ideal lifestyle. You have created some success in your business already. And now it's just about fine-tuning and tweaking, finding those little pieces that will elevate you to the next level. What you know has gotten you to where you are today, and it's learning the new things to get to that next level. I'm always available to chat. My name is Alyssa Williamson again, and I believe in the power of education. So on my website, you can access my free training, 3 Simple Secrets to 25K Months. This will give you tangible insights that you can make into your business immediately. And I'm always available to have a conversation. Mention that you're on this podcast. You can visit me, alyssawilliamson.com, to get access to that training. And then you can also DM me on Instagram, AlyssaWilliamson_coach. I look forward to chatting with you and sharing your successes in business.
You heard it here, folks. If you've lost the passion in your business, are looking to level up, or are just looking for direction, I highly suggest you reach out to Alyssa and take her up on her free training. The link is below for those of you watching and available in the description for all. Alyssa, thank you for taking the time to be on Wisecast, and bless our listeners with your wisdom, experience, and positive outlook on business and life. It has been such a pleasure having you and an honor interviewing you, so thank you. I want to thank our listeners for tuning in. If you like what you heard here today, please do like, share, and comment. We are trying to get Wisecast to be a hot new release, so if you feel inspired, if you felt moved, if you felt called, if we earned it, please do like, share, and comment. It is free for you to do so. It really helps the podcast grow, and we really do love your engagement. This was another episode of Wisecast, the show that elevates the voices, shines the light, showcases the gifts of our heart-centered guests, and amplifies the positive difference they're making in the world. If you want to learn more about Wisecast, you can visit our website at wisecast.com. We drop 10 episodes every month on the 21st, so you can binge watch or spread them out over the month, whatever suits your mood and lifestyle. Once again, my name is Melanie. It has been my pleasure being your host today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your engagement. And I invite you to come back and join me once again for our next episode of Wisecast.